to another episode of Diary of a Professional. This is Ashley.
Lou here.
Welcome to another episode, our last episode of season 3.
We
did
here.
it, y'all. We did it.
We here. Number, so it worked out.
Yes. Before we start, of course, we're gonna do our gratitudes as usual. I don't know if you want to start, Marlu.
I do. I am grateful for. It's not even my life. I feel like there's a lot of people around me who are bringing in new life into this world. And it kind of brings almost like a sense of hope. Like the children are our future. Like, Whitney told us all about it. And I am just grateful that other people feel like procreating and they're excited about it. I'm excited for them. I feel like it's just going to be a summer and fall of just a whole bunch of new, fresh energy. And I'm excited for these people to find out a different level of themselves because children will do that to you, whether it's your first or, second, third. It's all new. It's all different. It might feel familiar, but it's all different. So I'm just excited. I'm excited for them.
I know. I agree. I'm excited for people to go into the next stage of their life. And, I love being around the kids. So it's going to be nice. It's definitely going to be nice.
Yes.
I am, I guess, grateful for seeing family. I'm supposed to see family soon. I haven't seen some of this family in some years.
Ooh, years. I mean, COVID got a lot of that. Those years are still very blurry, but they happened. So
yeah, like I'm excited for I haven't seen my family easily over 4 years. So I'm excited for them to fly up, hang out, spend some time, show them around New York a little, show them what's going on up here. So I'm excited for connecting with family, So I'm excited. This summer's gonna be a good summer.
It is.
Yeah.
I know. We just gotta plan it appropriately because there's only so many Saturdays between now and September.
I'm stressed.
And they run through quickly. And jobs got the nerve to be having me on schedule for some of them is mind-blowing. But I'm gonna work way around that.
How they gonna do that to you? How they gonna do that?
The nerve. Is there a way you can like somehow just be like part-time or like take off like that much? The school like thing has it right, like 3 months off. Do they even get, I mean, I guess if you're in college, because really in elementary school, they are damn near in July. Yeah. So like, what do you really have? But even then.
I feel like it's working with the school system. It's like great, but I also feel like it's a joke. I don't know how to explain it.
No, it is.
It's like, oh snap, I got my summer off, I got all these holidays off. But at the same time, it's like once you're off, it's like this is it. This is all I get.
That's it. Yeah. And sometimes honestly, I mean, let me tell you, if y'all don't know, New York in the summer is a good time. It's a great time. And going away is great, but like it's also hot where I am. So I would just be leaving home to experience more of what I already have. So it doesn't feel all that necessary. Take me out when it's cold. Take me out when the sun is, down by 2 p.m. around these parts. That's when I need to really be like out the country, but in the summertime, it's a great time. It's a great time here. So I feel that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I like it over here during the summertime for sure. I like traveling off season.
Yes. I don't be with the rest of y'all. It's madness. Anyhow,
as we get into this episode, we wanted this episode to be all about the ladies who joined us this season. we want to celebrate them and what we've learned along the way this season. So, yeah, we're gonna head on back to episode 1 and take it all the way down pretty much. So, let's just,
Right.
yeah, like let's get into it. So, our first guest was Diana Mesa, Eat the Plantain, Healthy Living with Our Culture Food.
Ooh.
So, she kicked us
Can
off
I
well.
can I tell you, I feel like low key, we were a little bit ahead of the curve with that one because you know just how like the less melanated people are like figuring out oxtail on the internet. I feel like they're finding out about what I refer to as bunun because I just don't like saying it in English. It doesn't feel right on my tongue. But like they are discovering it in ways that it's just like, can y'all not? Because if y'all run the prices up the way y'all did like avocado toast, I'm gonna have a problem.
Not our bun. No, no,
Yeah,
no. No.
I'm
Mm-mm.
seeing it. If you go on all the little, food apps and and the TikToks and all these pages, they are like, this is how we do it in a different way. Don't,
Don't do
don't.
that.
But yes,
Planting a
shout
ballot.
out. Right. But that was a lovely episode because she did, eat your plantain. Like that's okay. And I feel like we don't come across a lot when it comes to the nutrition. It's kind of like do this, do this, do this. Don't do that. And like just hard and fast black and white lines of how to be healthy. But it is a lifestyle. You did
Hmm.
grow up how you grew up. It took you decades to get here. That's not going to just be undone, in a day. Not meant a lot of people don't have that kind of willpower and commitment. So yes, I did appreciate her approach and how to make real adjustments to your diet. And eating your plantain can be part of it.
Exactly. I loved it. I loved every moment of it. And just that weight inclusive approach, like just felt good.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
needed. And just knowing to throw away that BMI. Like it really
Mhm.
is. It doesn't count. It doesn't count, y'all.
No, no,
Yeah. No. Mm-mm. So
exactly.
yes. And then we had Tamika Lorraine with,
Oh yeah.
beyond drinking your water and minding your business.
Oh my gosh. She's just like a breath of fresh air. I still use her facial products. They just agree with me. And we just love a black business and we love anyone starting a business at any age. Like, out here making you feel like you gotta be, making millions at 13 on this internet. And she's deciding to, something that speaks to her, and making a business out of it. And I love that for her.
Yep, I love it. And Tamika, thank you. I enjoy the products. And just letting you know, giving an update, I've been a little bit better with my skincare regimen. I don't know if you can.
Oh, I mean, it always looked flawless to me, so I don't know.
I don't know, like, but after that conversation, that episode,
Getting it together,
I've been getting it together. Like I got these products from you. I need to use it. So,
drinking my water. Mm-hmm.
and let's mind our business. Let's move forward.
Okay.
So,
Oh, word.
our next episode was with our girl, the womb sister.
Ooh, that
Oh,
was,
yeah. So she was next. The womb sister. She was amazing.
yeah, gems.
On top of gems, on top of gems, on top of gems, on top of gems.
Yeah.
Uh, I it made me really realize with Chantel. First of all, the episode is called "The Laboring Plan." Have a doula. With
Yes.
Chantel, um, we as women, as Black women, we need to know our rights, what we can and cannot have. When we are there, and having someone support us. Uh, I feel that doulas should be implemented more, part of the laboring plan. You know.
Absolutely. They're
Yeah.
not a plus one. They're not like a guest. I don't feel like they should be. It's unfortunate. I mean, I love that they're there, but the fact that they, in some places, especially for Black women, it's like they need to be there because we need our advocates. We need someone who's knowledgeable. We need someone in the room and in those spaces that the medical professionals will respect and understand, like, oh, I can't just move any kind of way because, there's someone in the room who's going to hold me accountable. And it sucks that it does have to come to that, but it is that. And, like, listen, I feel like it is also one of the other things that has been coming up a lot lately. I know a couple of people who have gotten them, and some people have had amazing experiences. Like, they will have them all day long. And unfortunately, some of them haven't. So, I think it's one of those things. Hopefully everyone who does get one has a great experience, and you have to vet them the same way you do with the OBGYN you're getting. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? Like, do your research, do your due diligence. Like, this is life you are bringing to this world, and this is your life you're putting on the line to bring this life in. So don't take that lightly. And Chantal had the gems, and hopefully, if you're in that area and she's available, I'd recommend her. If I were crazy enough to have another one, I'd hire
Don't worry, Chantal. You got a job with me. Don't worry.
her.
I need to reach motherhood. So don't worry, girl. You got a job with me.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
And so then went the other direction too now, bringing life in and also heading towards aging parents. So we had an episode with
Mm,
Sandrine navigating how to deal with aging parents. Boy,
that's a heavy one because it's real.
yeah, yeah.
Like, if it's not your reality already, if your parents are still around, I feel like, we end up parenting them and having to help them navigate, especially in this world where everything is so different. Everything you can do on your phone. You don't really speak to people. You can go to a bank and they make you do automated, like, everything. And then you bring in their health into the situation.
Eh, and it, my mom is going to be 70 in a few months. Dad is,
Blessing. What a blessing.
yeah, and my dad is going to be 75 in several months afterwards. And may I say, having health with tech just does not work when you were mentioning that, like connecting to the my chart and this, and they're like, wait, I don't
Right.
understand what's going on here. I don't know. Wait, I'm supposed to message my doctor like this.
I know. I know.
Like, hello. And I'm the
I,
one trying to navigate or be that middleman for them.
who else? Who else gonna do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. But it was great for Sandrine to just like tell us little ways to help our parents, but making sure they don't lose their independence. So I thought
Right.
that was great in that episode that she did.
Yes, and not draining yourself as a caregiver. Like, you matter too. So, yes, she was super helpful and provided great resources. So, loved it.
Yes, absolutely. And then we had Dr. D when their twin power activate.
Honey, honey. First of all, y'all, obviously, y'all wouldn't know, but one of two, thing one of and thing two, we're busy here trying to be y'all next episode. Okay. Um, they are a mess. They're a handful. They're a lot. They're a lot. She has twin girls, and I sometimes I wonder what it's like to have like the same sex. Like, is that bond different or whatever? But she also taught us that it ain't stop no show. You know, she
Mm-hmm.
did her thing. And she also had like what, like a son or a child older. So
Yeah.
like bringing that into that different dynamic and ooh,
She has like two kids, I think.
yeah,
Yeah, because she was expecting, and I loved how authentic she was about it. Like, okay, we're gonna have our third child, whatever. And it's like, hold up,
yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
sign up for this.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Loved it.
But you make it work. She made it work. She's making it work. So that's wonderful.
Yeah, letting us know that work life life balance is trash.
Absolutely. They like to throw those things in there. It's not a real thing.
Yeah.
You can't give yourself equally to everything and expect great outcomes. That's just no.
Right. So next we had
Mm-hmm.
the lovely Carla. Living abroad as a Black woman. May I mention we had a lot of listeners on Apple and Spotify for that episode too as well. Just want to put that out.
Oh,
Yeah. But it was great to hear her experience abroad, how it's been for her abroad, and why we shouldn't think of only the United States to live in.
with every passing day, they definitely. I'm not gonna pretend like there's not great reasons to be here, but they continuously add reasons to make you consider getting the fuck up out of here, like expeditiously. But it's also important to know the real because, even like, how when we travel, it'd be like, girl, this could be a contender, but to really know what it's like and what it really takes, and like, you know, to maintain that life and the things that you'll miss out on and the things that don't exist, and some of the prejudices, because no matter what, we're Black everywhere we go. That is something I'm not trying to escape, but it's something to consider. It's a factor to consider. So I'm happy that she was candid enough to tell us the drawbacks as well as the amazing opportunities that can be found abroad.
Yeah, absolutely. And the food too.
Mm-hmm.
It was-
Girl,
What we eating out here is trash, y'all.
it's just today my friend sent me a link of how they make imitation crab meat. Like, I was never an imitation crab meat girl, but to see it, I was like, it's like glue that they colored and put together and said, here y'all go.
Yeah, no.
May I never touch a California roll again. Like,
Yeah. Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
And the
Yeah.
numbers and the numbers show. The statistics aren't lying on that one. So,
No. So, speaking of food,
mm,
we had Leslie Jordan Garcia who joined us, and we discussed eating disorders is not about food.
right.
It was a very strong episode.
She was amazing.
Such an amazing woman.
Like, when I see her page pop up and she got, as long as I have time and I'm not like half asleep coming from work, I got to listen in because she just has so many gems. And not only does she have gems, she has ways to deconstruct our thinking around food, that it's more than just food. The different, racial structures, the socioeconomic structures that continue to edify certain images and to make you feel less than, it's
Yeah,
so good. So good.
so good. Um,
Yeah.
so good. To
Yeah.
the point, I don't have much to say. Just listen to the episode, y'all.
It's so good. Yeah. Honestly.
Just listen to the
It's all
episode. But I loved her transparency about her experience with binge eating, and how she helped her clients to ED recovery, from eating disorder recovery. So
Right.
definitely check her out. She's in the Texas region, y'all. So check her
Right.
out. Okay. Um, then we went into dance, the need for racial inclusion in dance.
Latoya Nikki.
Latoya Nikki.
Such a good
um,
time.
yeah, this one hit home for me a lot. I loved speaking with her. I love what she's doing. I love the classes that she's doing. Um, just remembering or reminding us to take up space and take up all that
Mm-hmm.
space, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, that's what
In the
she.
way that she, in the way that she chose to define it, like she just carved out a whole lane for herself and is thriving. You know,
I loved
love
it.
it. Mm-hmm.
And it just also showed the progression of ballet over the years too, or
Mm-hmm.
classical dancing. So it still makes me smile, and I see videos on Instagram or social media with these black girls with their flesh toned tights.
So
Um,
good.
it's those little strides to the right direction. So
Mm-hmm.
I appreciated that episode.
Yes.
Next, we have the Ubuntu learners transforming education for children.
Let
Yep.
me tell you, it's just like I love that they exist and that they show how much more of Ubuntu learners the world needs. Like
Hmm.
to see the children thrive, to see how they learn and they kind of like crave this kind of style of learning and information. Certain things that I didn't know and certain leaders, and I just feel like especially in where they chose to have it located, so it's not just for, the urban or city area. Like, the little black girl in the burbs needs and wants these kind of programs too. And I'm so happy that they are here to provide in so many ways.
And all the services and education they provide. Oh, especially in the suburban
Amazing.
areas. So
Yeah.
amazing. I loved it. Loved it. Um, then we had after that, Am I the drama? Friendships While Adulting, featuring the Turn 30 podcast.
Those some cool girls.
Mary J, they were so cool. Like,
Yes, their podcast is fun. It is insightful. It's super relatable because,
we could have been talking to them for hours,
yeah,
honestly.
honestly, we all out here living the same life, like at least the sane ones. The ones who got some sense that are trying to grow a little bit.
But I will always remember when Jay goes, "Let it go like a yo-yo." So
I hear it.
y'all got
It was
let it
fun
go. It's
time.
not a yo-yo. So if y'all need to let's go some friendships, snip snip.
You'll be better for it. You will be better for it.
Yes. Um. Then we went back to our previous co-host, creating your
Hmm.
own livelihood.
Yes, yes, yes. Man, I mean, I feel like, just a quick catch up, especially for people who are like, where's Dee? She's around. She's just doing it her way and figuring it out. And we love that. And it's never going to, if y'all know Dee, it's never going to be the conventional way. It's never going to
Yeah.
be the normal way. So, to see her doing her thing and thriving and figuring it out is a lovely thing.
Right.
Yes.
Um. Yeah, I love how she was just showing her path, her unbeaten path, and um, showing what she's been up to, and kind of showing you that you can do this too. If this is what you're thinking about, you can do this
Yeah,
too.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Shout outs to her.
Yes,
Um,
me.
then we went into some anxiety and depression doesn't define you with Dr. Liz Kopko.
Oh, she's so good. She was so transparent. Like those be the ones that be tugging at me because like people really be out here like they lived like a whole life times five, and being able to break certain patterns
Yeah.
and heal from certain traumas. We're still healing, which is fine because we kind of all are in one way or another, and just to thrive. Like she just she spoke to my heart. She really did.
Yeah. Um, my major takeaway was how she kind of debunk mental health in a way. How can I say that? How can I put this into words? Like it was just like,
Mm-hmm.
listen, your brain is an organ. It needs help too.
Mm-hmm.
Just like your lungs may need help if you need an inhaler, like she made it just like just simplified it. Like, listen,
Right. Yeah.
so I take this to help my brain for my health.
Yes.
When you say like that, it's like, oh, okay.
Of course. Exactly. You might not need medication. Maybe you do, and that's okay.
Love that.
Yeah.
Loved it. Um, then after her, we had lovely Neanda when you're raised by first generation immigrant parents that we all know a thing or two about over here.
Just a little bit. Yeah. Boundaries. That's what I got. Like, get with it. Get with it. Like, even if it's like baby boundaries or full on hard stops, like protect your neck out here because they only know what they know, and you can't really reteach them. They're stubborn that way. So you just have to kind of set it and forget it, and they will adjust.
They will adjust.
They might not like it, but they'll adjust.
They have to. They have no choice,
Yeah.
you know? Especially if they want to be in your life, right? They have to. I think too as well, just discussing how the love languages too a little bit with
Mm.
our parents versus them, and where there's so much acts of service, and we're like, no, tell us that you love us.
Yeah.
I think that's a major thing that we really discussed in that episode too, that
Yes, it's
I
true.
remembered.
It's true.
Yeah, great
Hmm.
episode. And then we had to talk about a little bit about some finances. So we had next best steps to your financial health with Makeda.
Yes. She's so lovely. She was so lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, definitely just discussing like our relationship with money.
Yeah. And people sometimes, I think, she helped frame it in a way that it wasn't so much as a blame, like you don't know how to budget and you overspend. It's like, the psychology behind it, like why are we this way, and where is that coming from, where is that stemming from, and okay, acknowledge it, but it can be fixed and it can be remedied, and you can have a better relationship with money because it is a tool. So you should be using your tools properly.
Hit her up for some financial needs and anything.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And then let's chat about endometriosis with Alicia.
Girl. Girl.
I love, and we did this during endometriosis awareness month too.
Yeah.
I just loved how she just put us on and just provided education exactly what endometriosis is, because just that in itself was just helpful because people just do not know.
Right.
And
And trust. Whew.
People just have no idea. And do not deflect people's pain.
Mm. Mm.
If they're in pain, they're in pain. Don't
Yeah.
just be like, oh, let's just take some ibuprofen. Oh, just get some birth control. Why are
Right.
they having this pain?
Yes.
Let's get to the root of it.
Yeah. And understanding that with people with chronic pain, they're not going to look the way you expect because they've been having it for so long. Like, and at this point, it's not like they're pain free. It's just severe pain or pain that they can deal with and, you know, manage their day. But you shouldn't be in pain all the time like that.
Yeah.
That's not normal. That's not regular, and it deserves to be heard and treated appropriately. So, yeah, I
Epi-
hope you.
That's
Maybe that's
it. If you ever are curious about or are stuck on where to go to find an endometriosis specialist, she's amazing at that. Hit her up. She DM her. She will give you the resources, provide the resources. She's a patient care advocate. Hit her
yeah,
up. You know.
for sure.
Next, then we had when a black woman owns a black plant
Mm,
plant-based cafe. Oh my goodness. Let me repeat that again. When a black woman owns a plant-based cafe featuring Ashley.
yes, yes. We got some trips to make this summer and check her out because she ain't too far from us. Maybe we'll bring her a watermelon. We don't know. We don't know with the seeds.
With seeds.
Yeah, she was lovely. You know, balancing new motherhood and a new business, which is her other baby, and making it thrive and serving her community all at the same time is a beautiful act of love for those around her. And essentially, like, I care about y'all, so I want to provide, you know, a healthier and better way for us to live and be. I love it.
Loved it. Yeah. We definitely gotta pass by that cafe.
Yes, for
Food.
sure.
So then, um, when divorce happens,
Oof.
Elsha.
Ooh, El Shaddai. Listen, her transparency was so real and like palpable because you could just tell like she was in it. She was in it and she would still be in it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Giving her all and being devoted. Um and I'm going to say thankfully he saw fit to do otherwise in such a fashion that like she didn't really have a choice. You know, it wasn't just like, oh, let's amicably do this. She was just hit across the face and had to pivot,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
And look how God has just been blessed.
Blessings. Blessings. Okay. Cause he be knowing, even if we know and we choose not to listen, he still be knowing and he gonna make a way. And sometimes you literally just have to surrender and be like, you got it. I'm going to acknowledge that you have it
Mhm.
and pray that my, you know, will and your will are in alignment and move from there and watch all the amazing things that come from that.
Exactly. Check her
Yeah.
out June 23rd.
Boom,
She's in a
boom.
movie.
Boom, boom.
Boom, boom. um, then we had an artist view with Gabrielle.
Hmm.
We had her just making us feel like we could be an artist in anything. I was like, dang, man.
That is a beautiful way to pull it. Yeah.
Ooh. I was like, oh man, I'm an artist at wash my dishes.
But yeah, and just kind of doing it her way. Like, shout out to all of us just moving how, you know, how we see fit, you know, being inspired by the things around us and not just I guess following the regular path. I feel like a lot of that has been, a constant like thread throughout, unintentionally, but not
Yeah.
a coincidence.
Yeah. Um, and then Shamika.
Miss Vargas, if you're nasty.
We grieve in many ways.
Yes.
Um, it's interesting because you think of grieving, and it was like such a fun episode. Speaking about
Yeah.
grieving.
Yeah. The rituals,
Yeah.
reframing it to not like, oh, it's just an unhealthy thing. No, it's something we all go through, and just that acknowledgement. I mean, she just had gems to last a century and beyond. I can't even pick like my favorite moment, because the whole thing, we could have been still talking today, right now, at
We
this hour.
we would have been still talking.
Yeah.
Like we had to cut it
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
because
So
we would
good.
have
So good. So
so
good.
amazing. Please reach out to her for any type of counseling needs too as well.
Mhm,
Um,
mhm.
she's a licensed clinical social worker, so reach out to
And a
her.
geriatric millennial. Don't sleep on that part.
Exactly. Um, then, oh wow, just like that. I tell you, our season flew by quickly. The
It did.
silent epidemic of domestic violence with Joanne. Yeah.
Man, she helped me frame it in a way that I feel like, for someone on the outside, who's seen people go through it, and you kind of just wonder, like, why the fuck won't you just leave? Like, why don't you love yourself more? Or all those kind of victim blaming things, to help you understand at least her frame of mind, because obviously everyone's different, but to just, they have to consider so much. And a lot of times staying in it is an act of bravery, because what could come, or the consequences, whether it's their finances, whether it's their kid, or
Yeah.
tarnishing someone's name, or how they're going to survive. Like, I couldn't imagine. But she helped me provide that space for empathy that I don't think I really had before, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um, Once again, her transparency about her situation was just
Yeah.
amazing. But yeah, just knowing that sometimes they're not ready to leave as yet, and all you can do is support. And she kind of told us ways on how to support. You know,
Hmm.
I thought that was definitely enlightening for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then our last guest, Monique Dunn, as we let's
Mm,
overcome imposter syndrome. Um, Something that all of us might have encountered as uh, professionals, right?
for sure. For sure.
Yeah. So another licensed clinical social worker we had here, just kind of giving us tips on how to overcome that overall, um,
Yeah.
which was a great episode too. Just speaking on how it's compounded in different ways between social anxiety, depression. We were getting into it. It was just
Yeah.
compounding.
Yeah. Society, whether like, racism, whether someone from is coming from a good place, and, just wanting you to do better, or feeling like we have to overachieve because we are seen as less than, and ooh, it's a lot. It's a lot. And sometimes it's more than just feeling like, oh, I don't belong, that she provided some good insight, and definitely some good tips, mindfulness, and moving your body, for sure. For sure.
Yeah. So that was season 3.
I liked it. I loved it.
Yeah.
It provided a lot.
It did. And thank you to all you ladies who joined us this season to make it great.
Invaluable for sure.
Yeah. And yeah, thank you so much. um, I've learned a lot along the way and just hearing everyone's perspective and the openness, the transparency of it all. It's been a good ride this season.
Yes. Thank you for saying yes to us and, to our audience and opening them up and, you know, helping us grow in ways that we probably didn't even realize was not there, atrophied, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm grateful. I'm
Yeah.
grateful for them.
Yeah. Like how you did
It
that.
just came to me, it just came, and I just had to go with it. So,
How you did that. But everyone, let us know your thoughts. What was like some of your favorite episodes this season? Let us know. What did you learn? What did you gain from it? Put us on. Um, we hope you guys have a lovely summer.
yes.
Yeah.
Tell us
And
what you want to see for the, season 4, all those great things. Fill us in.
yes, please put us on. Let us know. Let us know. Let us
Mhm.
know y'all needs and wants. But
Yeah.
yes, till next time, everyone. We'll see y'all in the fall.
See
Bye.
y'all.